volunteer to help them to access to the information and communication. Let me introduce a little bit the Read for the Blind project. Consequently, the Read for the Blind project in Thailand becomes a successful model with more than 120,000 engagement of the target who have difficulties in Thailand. And before we moving to the presentation, let me take a little bit more time just to introduce ourselves, who we are. ETDA is Electronic Transaction Development, as I mentioned. It is a public organization on behalf of Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. And we have the main responsibility to, to promote e-commerce, e-trade facilitation, soft infrastructure, and some kind like a digital economy laws, e-standard, and cyber security, etc. And anyway, one mission that we aim is to collaborate and to empower with the multi-stakeholder, both the national level and international level, to raise awareness of the internet governance in the target group of Thailand as well. So we have main key topic that we would like to contribute in this workshop. First of all, our guest speaker, we have two speakers to join the forum today. And the guest speaker will introduce you about Read for the Blind project, which is a mobile application, a cloud-based audio book, or we can call it is a creation for the blinds. And secondly, we will move to the introduction of Help Us Read, which is a Facebook group and instant social assistant for the blinds in Thailand. And then we move to the live demonstration, and then you can enjoy how it's functional and practical application that some of you here would have some idea to pick it up and be applied into your environment in your country. And last, at the last section, we're going to have a question and answer among friends of IGF. Then we can bring all together in the future collaboration for the sustainable development, because we don't want to have a good talk in this room. The aim is how we can extend Read for the Blind project to another neighbor country or another IGF friend environment. Let me introduce our honor speaker. Start with the lady first. I just would like to give the floor to, let me see, Miss Cholatip Yim Yong.
Hello.
She can, yes, go on to introduce yourself to your friends.
Hello, good morning. My name is Cholatip Yim Yong from National Library for the Blind and Blind Disabled of Thailand Association for the Blind Foundation.
Yeah, our colleagues, Miss Cholatip Yim Yong, even she has a difficulty with the blind since she was young, but she's so excellent because she got a bachelor degree in computer science, and recently she works as a co-founder of Read for the Blind in Thailand. And also he worked as a post of head administrator supporting electronic content services at the National Library for the Blind and Printers Disabled in Thailand. So let's move to the gentleman, our guest speaker. I would like to introduce Mr. Nattawut Amon Viwat. Right now, Mr. Nattawut is a co-founder of Read for the Blind and Help Us Read project. And he also hold the post of CEO at the Focal Intelligence, which is a mobile application development company in Thailand. So I think that it is the time to pass the floor to, to our key speaker to contribute the functional and application technology which help our friends. May I pass my duty to you? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. We like to cover our personal stories of our team in Thailand, which developed 2 systems to help the blind. The team is multi-stakeholder. It was started pure private, but we work with NGO, for example, and we work with pure private. The key stakeholder is the Library for the Blind and corporations. I myself come from pure private sector, but we know that technologies can help solving some of the problems. The two stories we're going to talk about today is called, one is Read for the Blind mobile application, which is basically a cloud-based audio book creation for the blind. Another one is called Help Us Read Facebook group, which is the instant social help for the blind. So if you can imagine, if you could take a few seconds, imagine yourself as a blind person, or if you want to close your eyes. If you drop something down the table, right, it's so easy for us. We just open our eyes, try to find it. For the blind person, the books that they need to read, to study, the works that they need to perform to earn themselves money, to raise their kids, and even to contribute to the society, it's very difficult. They cannot see. And looking at this slide, Kun Cholatip, a blind mother, she has 2 kids, right? This Mother's Day, her kids draw her a Mother's Day card, give it to her and said, "I love you." And she asked, "What is this picture, right? What did you draw?" The young kid, she's so shy and she just, she wouldn't explain it. How can Kun Cholatip, how can Miss Cholatip understand fully, to appreciate it fully, what's the love that her kid give her? Today, we would like to tell you that we can use social network to help the blind to be able to understand the situation. Our story starts about 4 years ago. In Thailand, right, very few becomes volunteers in terms of audiobook creation. Myself included. I always thought I want to record books for the blind. Never do it. I never done it before. Because I never know where this place is. I never go to library for the blind. It's very difficult to go, right? But one day I decided to go, and I go there. There's, in the room, there's a few PCs with a software that require about 1.5 hours of training, right? Once I'm done, I ask, what is the most demanded book right now? The staff gave me this civil law, 2-inch thick, right? And said in 3 days, a blind student need to take the examination, and no one has come to read it for her yet. 3 days, and this civil law book, right? So I spent 3 hours that day, the remaining of the day, reading. I went through just 2 chapters out of maybe 20 chapters. And we know that blind kid would never got at this book to study before final exam. Never, right? But as an engineer, we know that the easiest and the best recording device is in everybody's hand, right? It's mobile phone. If we can have an app that can record the audio book, we can do it anywhere, anytime, right? And the thick book like this, if they have 20 chapters, 20 friends can do 1 chapter each, and we could finish this book in a night, right? So I tell that to the library, and we spent like three months afterward talking with the Library for the Blind, thinking about the features. In the end, we managed to engage Google Thailand and Samsung Thailand to combine our effort to produce an app called Read for the Blind application. 8 months later, we launched this app, right? This is about 3 years already. We launched the app. The app is basic. It's basically a microphone, a recorder. But the key thing is that it cannot be just normal recorder, because you will definitely make a mistake, right? When you read the book, you will misread it. You will misspelling it. So the app, you can scroll it, rewind it back to the point where you made a mistake, and then you just record it again, right, in the middle of it. And the second key function is that once you're done with the voice recording, with the chapters, you upload it into the cloud. And the blind, this app can be accessed by the blind using accessibility function. The blind can read, we use the word read, right? They can listen to the audiobook immediately, right? So on the blind person side, we have a specific blind person's logins, right? So they can identify themselves as the blinds, so that we sort of comply with the copyright law. So the blind log in, and they can scroll through the books or the articles, listen to it. So basically, it's collaboration. This technology is basically a bridge between volunteers and the blinds. It's a hybrid between human and technologies in terms of helping the blind, right? So volunteers read books, collaborate, or help, instant help. And on the blind person side, they can read books, they can comment. We know that volunteers get high, moral boost because they get comments back from the blind to say thank you, to comment. They know number of blind persons listen to their books. That is very important from our experience. And this we create an engaged system, social system. Once we're done with this, we launch it publicly. And this is quite important. When we launch something, we need to really engage public. We use a lot of people, celebrities, university students, recording books for their peers, start recording. And this is, went with a lot of challenge. The first one, copyright law, right? After we launched about 3 years ago, one of the biggest publishing house called us up, right, and said they are very concerned about this. And I asked them, okay, Library for the Blind has been doing it for the last 30 years. Why now? And they said, because it's so inconvenient. It has been very inconvenient, so there are very few books, very few volunteers. Now that we launch it in the mobile application, there will be a lot more help, and they're now concerned. I totally understand them, right? We totally understand them. But we thought the app's not going to be that easy anymore, right? So we bring a lot of books down. We create this login for the blind persons. And but lucky for us, 1 year afterward, a new law, copyright law in Thailand passed. And it said, if you do a copy of the inaccessible content for the blind, you are exempt from copyright. So it basically, I think a lot of countries has that law at the moment. So I think a lot of people can do pretty much the same thing. And the app ecosystem is run by the Blind Foundation, which is very important as well. It has to be run by the Blind Foundation. Second one, the voice quality. People would ask, if the microphone connect with USB to the PC, is it better than the voice you recorded on a mobile phone? And as an engineer on mobile phone, we know that the quality of the voice from mobile phone is very good because of the noise reduction. Is $100 billion industry, right? The quality of the voice is very good. But what we cannot control is that once we have 120,000 volunteers recording from their home, from their workplace, we cannot control the background, right? So we urge the Blind Association that give us a chance. You have very few books in the past. Let it be a high quality book. But for us, let us create a wide variety of books for the blind. Articles, something the blind never got before, but more like a medium range quality, right? So we passed that, we've gone through that issue. The next issue comes up because of our own system. Once it's very convenient, there are much more volunteers, 120,000 in fact. And number of workload of quality control at the blind library has been, they were overwhelmed by this number of books, audio books. What we changed is that in version 2, which we launched last year, it become a cloud-based system like YouTube. So when you record the audiobook, the book that has been listened to most and has been rated most, highest score, will comes up in the ranking. And when the blind comes in, they only see the high-ranking books. So it's more like a self-scoring kind of system. So we sort of lift some of the quality control workload out from the library itself. So 3 years after launch until today, we have 120,000 voice volunteers in Thailand. The number of books before Read for the Blind was 5,000 nationwide before. After Read for the Blind, we have 18,000 more books from Read for the Blind. And the ecosystem of this application is very important. I need to show you this. On the top part, we have the volunteers. They read into the cloud. And from the cloud, the blind person can log in and they can extract the audio books. But not only this, many blind people in Thailand do not have smartphone, right? And we have to treat everyone equal. In the Blind Foundation, they would select the highest quality books from this system, bring it from one cloud to another cloud. And this second cloud will serve different channels. The first one is the typical dial-in. It's called 1414. You dial in 1414. You can listen using landline. You can listen using feature phone. Second one is TAB radio. It's Thailand Association for the Blind Internet Radio. And another one is another mobile application called TAB Tap to Read. So basically this to show that we need to have several channels in order for the grassroots section people as well as the people who have smartphone in order to participate in this. And the key things to make it work is that it's run by Association of the Blind, so that the participation from the blind it can be worked out. So basically, what we have changed, it's first of all, we manage to get people to contribute audiobook from anywhere, anytime. And secondly, they can collaborate. The big, thick book, they can do it in one night, for example. We have Thai people from Scandinavia, from Germany, from Australia. They've been contributing their voice to blind people in Thailand, collaborating with one books. That is Read for the Blind. Another system that we want to talk about today is called Facebook group. And I hope very much that if you like this idea, maybe you like to try to do it in other countries as well. And we would love to help out. We would love to do it as well. One night, Kun Cholatip, she sent me a JPEG file, a picture file. She said she cannot read the picture, right, for sure. And the picture is from the school of her kid. It's a timetable of it's a study schedule. And if the school were to send her a text file, she'd be able to understand it using a voiceover function. But the school sent her a picture file. I read it for her, but I asked her, wouldn't it be nice if we have more than 1,000 volunteers standing by to read her a photo, right? And she said, blind people can use Facebook very, very fluently, right? Actually, in fact, she typed much better than I do, much faster than I type. So we tried. We tried immediately. We were in front of the room. As a blind person, we take a photo of the sign in front of the door, which said, please wash hands before and after visiting. This is in a hospital. Take a photo, upload into Help Us Read Facebook group. The volunteers in the Facebook group, they will see they will see this photo. Basically, what the volunteers need to do is just basically to type a comment explaining that photo. So in this case, the volunteer who said, please wash hands before and after visiting. Exactly this, right? Now, as the one who posts the picture, you will get notification when someone comment on your post, right? So she goes in, look at the comment, use the voiceover, listen to the comment. Now she can understand the photo. If you're not clear, that much clear, we have a videotape of this. So let's see. So this video clips will show how the blind person capture the photo and put it on the Facebook.
Camera. Camera. Flash. Automatic. Switch. Take picture. Button. Camera. Dock. Page 2 of 3. Page 3 of tab rate. Endo. Instagram. YouTube. Google Maps. Utilities. WhatsApp. Videos. Facebook. Line. Facebook. Notifications. 1 new. More. Button. Back. Button. Search. Button. Public group middle dot 8400.
ช่วยอ่านหน่อยนะ
Public selected. Add members. Search.
She use her finger
Info.
to brush it.
Write
to
something.
go to
Ellipsis.
the
Write something.
button.
ช่วยอ่านหน่อยนะ ช่วย
Quality. Privacy. Remove location. Write something. Photo/video. Button. Photo/camera roll. Done. Open camera. Photo. Just now. Image. Selected. Open. Done. Button. Done.
ช่วยอ่านหน่อยนะ
Photo. Say something about this photo. Ellipsis. Say something about this photo. Cat E. Cat W. Cat W F. D F G H H A R T T space I D S space B U Y T T G H
How
H
she
I
type very fast.
D
What
S
is this?
S photo. Wanted. Remove locate. Add album. Privacy. Quality view mile. Post. Button. Post.
Now
Back.
she posted
Button.
to the group, right? So we have 8,000, more than 8,000 volunteers standing by in the group, 24 hours. Once she posted, the volunteers see it, explain it in the comment. Now she get the comment back. She see the notification that there's someone commenting on her photo, and now she's gonna attempt to read that comment.
What is this? Photo. No automatic alt text available.
I asked her to
Image.
reduce the
Like.
speed
Button.
of the voice.
Comment. Button. Share. But be the first person
ทรายจอจัตวาสระอาสระอา
commented. A book topic of working together for health. 6 minutes ago. 0 likes. 2. Natwar Damon Vivid commented. A book named Working Together for Health. The book has a grey cover with graphics of men and women. On the cover, it says in 2 volumes. Vol 1 inches and large type edition. Just now. 0 likes. 2 finger double tap to interact with this. Natwar alert.
So basically, that's how we use the social network system to help, people to understand. In fact, last night I think Kun Cholatip, the room's getting very cold, and she took a photo of the thermostat and asked, what is the temperature now, so she can change it up or down according to the current model, and it's 24 hours help in real time, right? So right now we have 8,400 volunteers in this, and the example of the help that we did give is for example, this timetable in the school, that even at the school that allow the blind person in Thailand to study with their peers, like but they still send out the timetable in JPEG. Right? And it's not accessible. So someone posted on the group, and the group explained it. And this photo, I take a photo of the milk carton and ask, what is the expiry date? Right? The drug, is this paracetamol? Go to the hospital, come back, get confused which drug is which. We don't have an accessible level in Thailand. What impressed me a lot is the lecture, that blind students can study lecture that their peers lend them, right? In fact, in the bachelor degree, a law student help their friends using this group, 8,000, more than 8,000 volunteers, type 15 years old, 15 years of exams, all exams, finish in 1 month. So the next generation of blind person can have material to study. But I'm an engineer, and a lot of my friends are, and we ask, why don't we automate all this? But what we learned, and I never expect this when we launched this, is this example. The emotion side of things, right? The artistic side. Today's technologies cannot do it. The volunteers help explaining the motivation behind the drawing, the color the children use in the drawing, the meanings of the picture. These kind of things make us aware that actually the hybrid system between human and connecting technology is still very valuable, right? It's a bridge that we need to use, but we cannot ignore the human side of things. And this, I think, it solves one key things. We not just solve the inaccessible content issues, but we solve the awareness. Because once people get to give, they start to become aware of what the blinds can do, right? I want to leave you with some video that we.
ผมชื่อนิว ผมเป็นนักศึกษานิติศาสตร์ธรรมศาสตร์
กฎหมายแพ่งหลักทั่วไปไม่ผ่าน
ที่กำลังจะถูกรีไทร์ผมล้มไม่ได้
กฎหมายลักษณะทรัพย์ไม่ผ่าน
เพราะถ้าล้มผมไม่ได้ล้มคนเดียว
กฎหมายมหาชนเบื้องต้นไม่ผ่าน
ผมต้องทำความฝันของผมให้สำเร็จ
กฎหมายเอกเทศสัญญา1ไม่ผ่าน
ผมอยากเป็นอาจารย์สอนในมหาวิทยาลัย
กฎหมายอาญาภาคความผิดไม่ผ่าน
ผมต้องอ่านหนังสือ แต่ห้องสมุดของผมมันมืดไปหมด เพราะว่าผมตาบอด ผมรู้ว่าสิ่งที่อยู่ในมือมันคือหนังสือ แต่ผมไม่รู้เลยว่าจะอ่านมันยังไง
มีอะไรช่วยไหมคะพี่
เพราะเสียงนี้ที่ทำให้ผมพบกับแสงสว่าง
มาตรา1ในประมวลกฎหมายนี้1โดยทุจริตหมายความว่าเพื่อแสวงหาประโยชน์ที่มิควรได้โดยชอบด้วยกฎหมายสำหรับตนเองหรือผู้อื่น
นับจากวันนั้น หนังสือทุกเล่มที่ผมอยากอ่าน ผมได้อ่านผ่านจากดวงตาของจูนและของเพื่อนๆทุกคน
สถานที่ใดๆซึ่งประชาชนมีความชอบธรรม
กฎหมายแพ่งหลักทั่วไปสอบผ่าน กฎหมายลักษณะทรัพย์สอบผ่าน
ขอบคุณเสียงในวันนั้นที่ทำให้ผมมีแสงสว่างในวันนี้
จูนเป็นแค่ผู้หญิงธรรมดาคนหนึ่งไม่ได้สำคัญอะไร และไม่เคยคิดมาก่อนเลยว่าจากจุดเริ่มต้นเล็กๆ แค่การอ่านหนังสือแบบนี้จะทำให้ชีวิตจูนพบแสงสว่าง และเปลี่ยนชีวิตจูนให้ทำเพื่อคนอื่นต่อไป
เพราะความดีที่เราทำมันไม่เพียงแค่เปลี่ยนชีวิตของผู้อื่น แต่มันเปลี่ยนชีวิตของเราตลอดไป
So in the end, what we have learned is that when we engage public in terms of make this help or campaign successful, is also we actually creating a tools not just to help the blind, but we help volunteers, normal, everyone to have the tools to give, and that is what we found is very important. And the technology is the bridge between is the bridge, and it is very inclusive. It combines the blind and everyone into one society, and that basically what we learned. How to make this campaign works for us. Okay, so that is what we want to say, and we're very open to ideas, discussion, different settings in different countries. And apologize, we do not have a live demo, but we do have some video in the presentation already. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Hello, thank you very much for the presentation. I'm from Myanmar, your neighbor. So we are also doing some ICT accessibility for persons with disabilities in Myanmar. We are starting to do that as well. And I wanted to ask, the app and also the idea of the ecosystem is also very interesting. I just wanted to ask about the app, and is it the readings, are they according to the DAISY standards that you are working on? And about the phone 1414, is it a toll-free number?
คือบอกว่าไอตัวให้อีกพูดออกมาใช่ไหมเขาถามเรื่อง Daisy Standard ใช่ไหมเขาถามเรื่อง Daisy Standard ใช่ไหมคือตัว
I'll translate it
หรอระบบบริการ1414เนี่ยเป็นTap to Read แล้วก็1414ถือว่าเป็น Daisy Standard แล้วก็ตัวที่เรา export ออกมาจากผลงานจาก Read for the Blind เนี่ยก็ถือว่าเป็น Daisy.
Basically, it's Daisy standard. When we recorded in the app, it was the typical voice to make it simplify. But when we export it, we convert it to Daisy. And on 1414, the telephone dial-in is pure Daisy standard from the beginning. Yes. This is very important for us as well.
Have any friends here got some more information or comments? Because we would like to, encourage your participation in this forum. Then we can learn and share. A friend from Bhutanese, welcome. Can you share the situation in your country, please? Thank you.
Hello. Thank you. I'm Samten Ishi from Bhutan. It was a wonderful presentation, and also to know about this. I think this is a bridge that is key to the lives of those who are blind. I just wanted to know if this app is only available in Thailand, or is it also available for others to use as well? And also similarly, I was also thinking while I was listening to the presentation, if also such developers or engineers are actually thinking about something of this similar app for the deaf people, like they rely on the sign languages, and I was wondering if it could be similar challenge for them as well to study. Yeah. So is there any probable or possibilities of thinking such innovative ideas on also bringing in board the the study materials for blinds as well? No, deaf as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. So basically the two questions. The first one is is the app available outside of Thailand? And second one is about how we can help the deaf people. The first one is the app is the front end side. The app side is basically available worldwide, but it wouldn't work. It has to work as a whole ecosystem. Once the app is, once people recording audiobook on the app, it basically goes straight to the cloud, which is still okay, right? It's virtual. But the QC of the voice quality is being done in the library for the blind. So it goes straight to Thailand, right? And the quality is done there, it holds there. And the login side, the login from the blind side, the blind person side, it's the specifically issued by the Thailand Association of the Blind to control the copyright. So this ecosystem has to work, holistically. But as you ask, we would love to make it work anywhere, or it's more like a multiple countries, not like a worldwide thing, right? So if any country want to replicate this, it can be done. It just need a center, a passionate owner who's doing it. It may be the library for the blind in that country, but it can be done. But for now, it is not. It is domestic. The second thing, yeah, I think you made me think about Facebook again. People can listen. I mean, volunteers can help listen to things and type it as a text. And social media is wonderful for that. So we can also do it. When we start help us read, we have two persons. One is Kun Cholatip, and the other is myself. I send it to my friends, like 200 people. She sent it to blind person friends, 200 people, and it spread. So why not? Let's see if it works for the deaf people as well, or maybe the blind people in your country. Because I think more it should be maybe one language per platform. It's probably easier for everyone. But I would love to see this being used as well. Yeah. Thank you.
สำหรับคนหูหนวกเขาก็มีแอปพลิเคชันเหมือนกันแต่ว่าอยู่ภายใต้การดูแลของกสทช.ที่ดูแลทั้ง144 plus ด้วยแล้วก็ของคนหูหนวกด้วย
Okay, and there are some application that can translate sound into text, right? Right.
Yeah. Let me go back to the Bhutanese friend a little bit more. Yeah, we think that we more than happy, to work with you more closely in, establish this new application to your country. Because one of those, you are the journalist from the media industry, and the other guys from Bhutan is come from ICT, Ministry of ICT, right? Yeah, we can have some more time in the future, how we can help each other set up like a capacity building and contribute more, the public education, what this technology will benefit to the community. In the future, we can work more together. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jerry Ellis and I'm from Dublin in Ireland. I found your demonstrations and your apps very interesting. The second app you showed sounds very similar to one which I think is based in America called Be My Eyes, where somebody takes a picture or a video and sends it off to a volunteer who describes it. So it might be worth your while linking in with Be My Eyes and maybe help each other to standardize it or improve it, or you know what I mean, so you learn from each other. The other thing that I thought might be of interest was if you have volunteers reading books, some are very good, some are very bad, some maybe don't understand that they have to turn off the air conditioning because it interferes with the sound. So I'm wondering, do you have a set of rules or regulations or recommendations that you give to readers to ensure that the standards of the books are as high a quality as they can be? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Excellent point. The quality is big topics and big points. We do it through, apart from the apps, we have the Facebook page of the Read for the Blind, where people can engage. And in that Facebook page, we have a video clips of the instructions or tips, and basically talking about this, how to record the best voice quality as possible. We also do engagement, do like a group-based kind of training as well. We do it for corporations, big corporations. They want to do a CSR projects, based on Read for the Blind. We go there and we teach them how to do it, and particularly on the quality of their voice. We have voice trainer going with us as well, and this will help the volunteers not just for Read for the Blind, but in their professional life as well, right? How to pronounce words correctly, things like that. So yes, we try to do that as much as possible, but it's not. It's far from perfect. In the end, there will always be some low quality books or articles created, but you sort of you try to manage it. Yes.
คือก็อย่างที่บอกของเราจะมีการให้อ่านเป็นประเภทบทความก่อนเนี่ยเพื่อที่พี่จะได้แบบว่าทดสอบเสียงก่อนที่จะมั่นใจแล้วก็ไปอ่านหนังสือเล่มจริงๆ
Okay. Yes, Kun Cholati point out very important point that we did is that when we start off with someone who is totally new to the system, we ask them to do record articles first. We have two areas in the apps. One is article, which is like one chapter and done, right? Another one is book, which has multiple chapters. We ask them to do just article because it's precise, like short, it's done, right? So.
แล้วก็ตัววัตถุประสงค์ของแอปพลิเคชันจริงๆที่สร้างมาก็วัตถุประสงค์ของแอปพลิเคชันที่เราสร้างมาเนี่ยเพื่อจริงๆก็คือเป็นอีกหนึ่งทางเลือกให้กับอาสาสมัครในการที่จะอ่านหนังสือได้ง่ายๆเพราะว่าจริงๆแล้วในตัวห้องสมุดเองเนี่ยเราจะมีโปรแกรมที่อยู่บน PC ในการบันทึกอยู่แล้วซึ่งจะเน้นคุณภาพมากแต่ว่าตัวแอปก็คือเป็นอีกหนึ่ง tool ที่ให้อาสาสมัครเลือกใช้ค่ะ
Right, and the key thing is that the app is just one of the alternative ways to record. There's still traditional PC-based high-quality studio, recording that's available. Yes, but very, very important point you point out. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, hello. So my name is Khalid. I'm from Jordan, Amman. I was wondering if you're more inclusive of other languages than English or Thai. Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, that is the point. When we launched this, the first question coming in from, I think, Thai people in Australia. She has a kid studying in Australia, basically speaking English. And she asked if she can do English version, pure English books. Yes, there are a lot of English books in the system right now. But still, right now it's purely based on Thai settings. So the book can be English, can be any language. But as the previous question, the ecosystem is run purely based on Thailand setting. We can replicate it, but in order for it to work, it has to be done not just the apps, but the organizational aspect of this. Yeah, is that correct? I answer correctly? Okay.
Will it be accessible for people to use it? I mean, will it be easy for people of other languages to use the app?
I think if we want to replicate in other countries, we need to totally revamp this, change the menu and stuff. But yes, it should not require a lot of time.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, we would love to work together.
Okay.
For that.
Great.
Thank you. The next question is come from the question from colleagues from Australia. Yeah. May I move?
Thank you very much. My question is a non-technical one. You mentioned, you introduced the electronic transaction unit of the ministry. And I was just wondering how the government is involved in this project, how much it is supporting it, and that relationship. Thank you.
Actually, let me contribute some, perception from my side on behalf of government agency under the Ministry of Digital Economy and Society. Yes, right now, since the Thai government have the policy to move forward, driving the digital economy to the society in Thailand. One of important thing is all about the internet governance and promote the accessibility for the friends for the disability is one under the umbrella of internet governance. On the role of government agency, we have the aim and mission to drive the good job, the collaboration with the private sector and public sector, like our friend from the Reach for the Blind project, just to support, promote, enhancing the project to, to another communities in a practical way. But anyway, here there is a representative from EGDA, Mr. Wanawit. He is here in this forum. He represents EGDA, and he also works as a multi-stakeholder advisor at the IGF as well. Could you pass this question to Kun Wanawit? You would have some idea to contribute how Thai government can support this kind of, useful contribution. Thank you.
Yes, I think the speaker have been mentioned about the keywords of hybrids. From what we're looking at, I think there are two major separate issues here we're talking. I think the IT part, we have no worry on the interoperable or interoperability of it. It doesn't matter, you need to find a stakeholder in other country to work. What we're looking at here in terms of IT is that how could we expand it and become a community-based driven that they can do even at the regional level for them to sustain. So if 2 or 3 more countries collaborate together, then I think government will, it's easier for discussing and get the support from the government. They are already self-funded today, but from ETDA perspective, we look into how could we create the cross-country implementation, especially a lot of people share the same language, English, Chinese, and how all these is shared together. That's the most important thing in terms of IT. Secondly, I think what we looking at as a unique in this is the first time we hear the technologies that link between the people and technologies to support. So especially maybe because our groups of language we call complex grammar structures, it's hopeless to use the machine translation. Google is giving up. They don't do the translation in Thai anymore. And I think it will be the same too for CLMV and the other country around in Cambodia, in Burma. The only way is how to bring the network of the good people or good Samaritan people that like to do good things every day, easy access. And that's what we're looking at. That's why we bring them here. We sponsor the trips and think that they can expand this. And I think the network of the people is very important. Last point I'd like to mention is that this technology is not only for the blind. If you look into the futures, what it can use, it can even help the tourism when they're getting lost. If the whole network of the people, it's standby to help. So how we utilize that, it can use for the patient that cannot read and stay in the bed. I think I heard a lot of story about the religious book that they can listen. So the technology itself, after it's expand, it's not limited to the accessibility, it's only limited to the blind. But that's how the government see that. We like to see the collaborations in this. And we're picking up this project because it is been presented in local IGF in Thailand. And next year we host the Asia Pacific IGF. We do believe that we try to create some more concrete action that how could we collaborate together among countries and then see who will be participate in ecosystem. I have to admit the fact that the accessibility is overlooked in several aspects, in several floors. I also work in ICANN and I try to bring this issue in. Thank you.
Follow up on your point, we really love to work with other countries if you find this kind of framework or system interesting. I mean, if we see it happen in other countries as well, we'll be very, very happy. and we will very we will be very supportive to that.
Yeah, the time is gone now. At last but not least, let me thank you to all participants, to attend this forum. And we're looking forward to, working more closely with our IGF friends to continue this kind of, technology, digital technology that bridge the relations between volunteer and the blind people. And, if you have some more questions, please feel free, to keep in touch through the email. Our key speaker, Mr. Natcha, will just leave the email address as a focal point contact. And looking forward to welcome IGF friend to Thailand in the next year coming. And we sure that we will have the good collaboration in this near future. Thank you for your participation. Good luck.